Yo, adventurers, welcome. Welcome back to Wayward Knaves. If you'll be so kind to indulge me, I have a wee recap to bring us up to speed before we dive into Season 2. So, the crew of the Donkey awoke on the edge of consciousness, heads pounding from revelry, only to find themselves surrounded by the silent, deadly warriors of the Island of Whispers, Jalakunu Shadow Spears. Without a word, the Shadow Spears vanished into the swamp, but their message was clear. Danger was coming. A towering frog monstrosity emerged from the muck, 6 feet of decaying, warty flesh. The Necro-Toad. The crew battled with guts and grit. Grum himself nearly perished under the creature's cursed stare. But with one heroic slash, Zabji, Bard de Cuisine and sous chef of the Donkey, felled the beast. Its body dissolved into a writhing swarm of necrotic tadpoles. The Jalakunu returned, issuing a chilling ultimatum. Find your missing crewmates and leave the island, or die. Crossing a fallen tree bridge, the crew journeyed deeper into the jungle in search of their most elusive crew member, Vice Admiral Coinpairs, ship's chief ratter and morale officer. Through the whispering flora, reverse moths, and twerking drop wombats, they found signs of a struggle. A bizarre encounter between Coinpairs and a radiant psychic avian, the psychedelic macaw. Blinded for 6 hours by cosmic light, they stumbled toward a ruined temple Coinpairs had entered before the chaos. At the edge of the ruins, ancient carvings revealed the truth. This was no ordinary jungle ruin. This was a shrine to a long-lost pre-Jalakunu amphibian cult, obsessed with a godlike tadpole. Inside, the Toad Temple tested them. A hallway of lily pads floated above carnivorous high vines. Grid and Todd took the golden path and were showered in molten gold. Zabji, clever as ever, chose green and was marked with a magical tattoo, a raven bearing a toad. Deeper inside, the temple flooded. Platforms spanned the waters, but a failed leap landed Grid on the back of a dire crocodile. They resisted the alluring songs of the mer-ribbits, amphibian sirens of the deep, and stole a jade crocodile figurine. As soon as Zabji pocketed it, the crocodiles lost all interest in eating them. Down a muddy stairwell, a riddle-singing voice lured them toward a foe known only as the Old Croak. This mud demon played with them like dolls, flinging Grit downward through the temple and hurling Zabji into the sky. At the apex of his flight, Zabji caught the glimpse of the Donkey in the bay of the Island of Whispers, before crashing back through brick and stone. Below, Grit spotted Coinpairs, locked in combat with a swarm of deadpoles. In the final chamber, they fought off the swarm and escaped the ruins, thanks to a mer-ribbit blessing, the kiss of the mer-ribbit. Breathable air delivered mouth-to-mouth and a double swim speed boost. Their escape led them through electric coral reef, where they witnessed a deadpole possess an eel, twisting it into something horrific. They surfaced on a remote beach and finally completed a long rest. Grit, ever the tactician, insisted on climbing to higher ground. What they found was unexpected. Towering bluewood trees in a coniferous forest far colder than the jungle they knew. Strange creatures wandered the woods, maple slugs and pine camouflage snipes. It was here that Zabji uttered his now immortal line, "You can pretty much cream anything if you try hard enough." The crew descended into a graveyard of wrecked ships scattered like bones along the coastline. In the sand they uncovered Karnath's bloodied pocket watch, and soon his voice calling for help. Beneath a half-sunken galleon they were attacked by electric coral, pulsing with shocking energy. Recovering from the ambush, they boarded the wreck to find Karnath, shackled, wounded, and missing an arm. Then came the Butcher, Rockback Jack, an 8-foot Galapa brute clad in stitched-together apron of executioner hoods. He launched into the air and crushed the deck beneath him, knocking the crew into the sea. But fate intervened, and Zabji returned from the waves with fury in his eyes. He leapt, blade in hand, and plunged it through Jack's eye and into his skull. A final howl! A sunset soaked in blood. But there was no rest. Karnath spoke of a trail, of Rana, the Jalakunu chieftain's daughter. He had followed her out of love and been lured into a trap. She took his body, his bloodline, and nearly his life, claiming to fulfill a dark prophecy. The crew was left shaken, but united. Trudging their way back to the shore, something catches their eye. A glimmer of treasure aboard one of the wrecks. After investigating, they find more gold than they could possibly carry, and a new friend. After Todd jumped into a pile of gold, Scrooge McDuck style, he found a ghost named Jacopo, abandoned a century ago. Rather than fight, Todd offered water to the apparition. and in that act of kindness, the ghost transformed. His strength restored, his soul freed. Jacopo joined them, bound now to a ring, and the crew pressed toward the island's center. As they neared the Jalakunu village, a thunderous explosion shattered the jungle silence. Necrotic purple smoke billowed skyward. The village burned. Rana levitated at the heart of it all, flanked by monstrous rockback brutes and waves of deadpools. Then, from the sky, boom! Body lands hard at their feet. It's Morgan Voss, first mate of the donkey. Without missing a beat, Voss jumps back into the fray. Beside him, Dr. Liliana Fairwind, the radiant elven surgeon, delivered healing so intense it made their visions shake and their hearts burst with adrenaline. The battle was joined. This was no mere jungle detour. This was prophecy. This was only the beginning. The Wayward Knaves had come for gold and adventure. They found a war. Season 2 begins now!